it's just like proper decency. And then he was like, you don't think about doing crime? Like, he literally told everybody in the room, like, I think about raping people walking down the street.
But basically. It's fine. I have self-control.
Yeah, basically. And I'm like, that's not acceptable. No, it's like, not, I don't know, like... And Jeremy's sister was like, did you just say you think about raping people? And he was like...
You don't think
about crime? Like, hold on.
No. We're on two different levels of shit now, right now, dog.
Like, there's only one other crime that goes with rape, and it's murder. And like, that shit is not cool. That's not cool. There's no way to make either of those cool.
And then at this point, I was like all the way retracted because I'm like, fuck, I cannot bring myself to defend this. He's saying crazy shit.
He's saying it while we're attacking him about saying it.
Oh my God.
Like, literally, we're telling you it's not cool to talk about this. We don't like it. And you're coming back with talking about it. Like, come on, my dude. What is the problem?
Just like if you said it last. I think about it all the time.
What? This dude is creepy. He is creepy.
That is exactly how it went, though. Like, what the fuck?
If I can't talk about it here, where else am I supposed to?
Oh my God.
Hipsters. This week we're playing another top 10 game. It's going to be top 10 superpowers. We're playing with Jeremy, Antoine, Zach, and Kaylee. Kaylee, it's our first time on the show. One of our biggest fans.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be the biggest, the first fan on Not Your Average Hipsters?
Do you remember that movie, Misery, lady from Misery, the movie with Stephen King? And she like took her favorite author, put him on the bed.
I know what
and
you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I know.
Do you know what I'm talking
Jeremy,
about?
she's saying she's going to break your leg.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to
crazy.
put a cinder block in between your legs.
What she's talking about is not good. Like, I know the movie, it scarred me as a kid, and I don't like. It's not a good
I'm
movie.
your biggest fan.
Well, you're gonna have to go now. It's been lovely having you already.
They're gonna be in a nice little like cabin in the middle of the woods somewhere.
You're gonna wreck your
legs.
car. You're gonna wreck your car in the middle of winter. I'm gonna come save you, and then I'm gonna make you retype the whole show over.
Because she doesn't like it.
I don't like the ending. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, this is entirely unscripted, so it's kind of hard to change the ending.
You better start coming up with some shit. Start coming up with some shit.
It's gonna be premeditated.
Well, at least there's recorded evidence.
There is recorded evidence.
Police out there, please thank you for the help. I know I don't call to you very often, but this time I need you.
No, it's fine, because think about it. Technically, the podcast wouldn't be uploaded, but the Automall will notice that you're gone, and that's how you'll get help.
Yes. Oh man, this is a great story. This is yeah. Mm-hmm. We're about to make a movie.
What is so this time I went real like particular with how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I already got my numbers preset.
Oh, Kaylee, do you know the rules of the game?
The top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, you 1 through 10, you give your numbers in it, then it's tallied up, then whoever has the most points wins.
All right, that was test number 1. She is indeed a fan.
She is.
She's indeed a fan.
I don't know why you guys are testing me like I never miss an episode. I'll laugh my ass off at
I know
home.
that she'd be listening. It's crazy. She's one of the people that I'm like, well, there's at least somebody out there listening to us.
I'll text Jeremy like, what the fuck happened? What the hell?
All right.
We can't. I'll go first.
Actually, Zach is the champion right now.
Oh, Zach is the champion.
Yeah.
See, I thought Connor won just because Connor always wins.
Nope. No, Zach definitely won last time.
I won last second with Caligula.
Yeah.
So one of the superpowers I would consider my top 10 would simply be being able to talk to animals. I know it's one of the more basic ones, but in reality, it's useful.
Animals. That's not even really basic, man.
What do you mean?
That would be a cool as fuck everyday superpower. Like, I didn't even think about it. But, like, if I could just talk to my dog, like, yo, what's up, man? And my dog was like,
and that's what I'm
I ain't
thinking.
Really feeling it today, man.
But, like adding the option of, like, being able to turn it off.
I licked my balls today.
I would like you to take me on a walk, man. That would be cool.
Be something
all right,
like
man, I'll
that.
take you on a walk.
It would just be like situations where it's like, hey, remember that time last week when you shit on the couch? Why? Why did you do this?
Well, no, but if you could talk to your dog the whole time, right? He wouldn't ever shit on the couch, bro. You'd be on so much deeper of a level with your dog. Like, from a puppy, you'd be like, that's how it goes. And the dog would be like, I know, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could communicate perfectly.
So then
that's why it comes to my mind. But again, you have the option to turn it off because if you can talk to all the animals all the time, it's like talking to every fucking stranger.
Nah, but would all the animals talk to you, though?
I don't know if they
probably. You know what I'm saying? They'd probably be like, this fucking weirdo.
If you're a squirrel
and you're just minding your business and some guy says, psst, come over here. You're going to stop and be like,
I'd always want to know what the animal's secrets
like,
were. I would never turn it off. I'd be like, what the fuck did that squirrel just say? Did you hear that shit? And everybody be like, no, what are you talking about?
You'd be in the psycho house fast as fuck.
So would your superhero name be Dr. Doolittle?
No, because that's already copyrighted.
I mean,
copyright stamp.
I mean, what is it? Copyright can be taken off after a certain amount of years. That's why Disney keeps making money.
That's a hell of a way to become a superhero. Just waiting. Like,
They're making another
superhero until fucking 53 more years.
They're making another Dr. Doolittle. It's actually
with
played
Robert
by Downey Jr.
Yeah.
So yeah, the copyright's still there. So no, you can't take that name no matter
Disney
what.
already took it up. You can't. They're quick with it.
We actually already had a podcast about that.
Yeah,
that was one of them.
Yeah.
Damn, man. I didn't even think about this, man. I was thinking about all the superpowers today.
What, you didn't think of names?
No, I didn't think of.
I don't think of names.
I didn't think of either, but that's what it reminded me of.
Well, I was thinking about superpowers.
We probably came to the same conclusion, Antoine.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
But yeah, I don't have a name lined up for this one. It's one of the first ones I would go to just for its pure utility of it.
No, yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
So what's your points for it?
Just because I'm gonna make this one my 2.
2? It's way cooler than a 2, man.
Then give it higher points.
I am. I'm giving that shit a 5. I didn't even think about it. Or maybe that's why it's cooler to me, because I wasn't even thinking about it.
It's fresh.
And then you blew my mind. Like, boom. Shit.
I'm going to withhold on talking to animals.
You a real bitch, man. What if you could talk to Waldo, man?
Yeah, would you like Waldo screaming at you all the time?
Like, you can't even get that 1 point to communicate with Waldo.
All right. To communicate with my dog, I give it my 2.
Ooh, a 2? There we go. I feel better about that now. Feel better about you.
Well, if I had not given it any points, Antoine would be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave the podcast. I'm done here.
You animal hater.
I bet you don't even have pet insurance.
I'm not down with the pet insurance though, for real. That's crazy.
One.
Kaylee.
That's not very. I don't know.
No, like I said, it's the bottom of my barrel.
It is.
It's the bottom of my barrel. Ding ding, shooting from the hip.
So I'll just go with my bottom one too then. Going from, like, I could pick, like, if I'm really small or, like, really big, like, on some Ant-Man shit. You know how Ant-Man can do that and Adam can do it. That'd be pretty cool to me.
So just your whole person, or, like, you just
my
make,
whole
like,
body.
your hand?
Nah, just my whole body. Like, I could go really small body, or I could be, like, really huge body.
Contraction and expansion. Cool.
You could do fun shit with that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So like Toji.
Yeah. I was literally thinking that. Have you gotten that far in Naruto yet? Or have you not kept up with Naruto after you told the fans we're going to keep up with Naruto?
See, what happened was my girl was like, we ain't watching this. And I was like, why not? And she was like, it's some devil shit. And I was like,
oh, wow.
That's not the ninja way.
That's not the ninja way?
Right.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I haven't turned it back on.
I'm so sorry.
It's not. I'll try to watch it one day. Watch it in the cut.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to give that one any points.
You're not going to give him any drink.
No, because something has to come off of my points, because I gave some points to one of his that I didn't have.
You have all 10 of your points, is what you're saying. Antoine said, I'm winning this game.
I'm pretty sure that people are going to say some of the ones that I have, so they're going to get those points.
Probably not going to say any of the ones you got.
Get out of here.
Maybe not.
I know you'll say at least one.
Probably. You know what? I'm not going to give that one any points either, for real. I don't have any uses to get bigger or smaller.
Are we just making this one an honorable mention?
I mean, it's set right now, so it's not an honorable mention, but yeah, it's just not going to make it on the board.
Yeah, nobody,
All right.
nobody feeling the love for Ant-Man's shrink/big.
Look, let's be honest. The movie's about Paul Rudd, not Ant-Man. That's
I've never even seen the movie. I just seen him in like the Civil War or whatever it is.
Either way,
I just was like, oh, he
the
can get
character's
really
Paul
small.
Rudd. It's not Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And Adam is a person I like to play with in Injustice 2. So
you guys want to know what the bottom of my barrel is?
The bottom
of my barrel.
What is it?
I'd be able to turn water into wine, and then everybody would think I was Jesus.
Or that you might be a man with food dye in his sleep, but okay.
They would think you were a demon.
What? No, why would they think that?
Because I seen a video of a magician doing that before. And they say it's demon magic. It's not Jesus magic. They say he's trying to fool you because you're like, Jesus did it, so he wants you to think it's like a good thing, but he's like mocking Jesus by doing it, by saying I could do it too.
Yeah, the Antichrist.
Yeah.
So the whole thing about there will be the second coming of Jesus,
just backfired. You you get the one wish. You're like, let me turn water into wine. And then everybody's like, he's a fucking demon.
Well, this isn't my number one fucking superpower here.
I guess you would go with your number one.
Yeah, I would go with my number one, obviously. Obviously.
What else would you do with that though? Would you drink wine that you made, or would you just
sell wine?
Oh, my mind went completely somewhere else. I was thinking about going to the Olympics, making all the swimmers drunk, but okay.
Sell the wine. I didn't even think about that because I think if I have any magical power, I'm just touring the world, like showing people my magical power.
No. I don't want everybody to know about me.
I'm like a magical monk.
Yeah. Here's a question. Are you making like magical box wine, or what kind of vintage are you turning this water to?
It depends on the pH level of the water. If I got some real good water, fucking aged good shit. I don't know how wine works. So you know.
I'm not gonna lie, nor do I.
All right. Well then, $100 a bottle of wine. Is that good? That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, wine testing isn't a real thing anyway. So you can say like, oh yeah, it's got oak in it, and I'm like, oh yeah, it does because smell it.
Meanwhile, I just wave my hand over it.
It's prison toilet wine.
Anybody got some points for Jesus powers?
I'll throw a single point for Jesus.
A point for Jesus.
I would give it nothing either.
Nothing.
No.
I'm gonna give Jesus my 3.
The 3.
He likes the economy part of it.
Yeah. He's like, I could sell that shit. But somehow with your superpower, you're still only making you're not making 100% profit.
Actually, you kind of are.
Unless you're just going to the lake and taking buckets of water. But then you ain't going to have good wine because you said...
Water is how much, Antoine? Stop acting.
I mean, but you said the better the water. So you're paying for... Unless you're going to have box wine.
They make pH balance for water too.
Let's put it this way.
That's
buy a property... Get your own water line, and then the water is free at that point.
Buy a dope-ass water purifier, make it the best water possible. Get out of here.
I got the dopest of water purifiers over here.
Yeah. Buy one of those rain soft ones. I used to work for them at one point, walking around Home Depots.
That was a lovely time.
Hey, let me test your water.
That's probably one of the worst jobs I had.
Yeah, it was
for sure one of the worst.
Yeah, probably.
Then they said we couldn't cheat and just stand at the door.
Right.
Wait, how would that be cheating?
Because they don't then I'm just harassing people because I'm just at the front door.
Compared to walking up to them demanding that, hey, let me test your water.
Yeah, it is kind of weirder if I walk up. That's what I thought. So I was like, I'm going to stay at the front door.
If I walk towards you and then you ask me a question, that's different than you walking towards me and then asking the same question.
You're right. I never really thought about that because people don't normally just walk up to you and ask you questions. It's normally the other way around.
If I walked up to anybody on the street and just tapped on the shoulder, how do you feel about American cheese? There's nothing initially creepy about the sentence, but why? Why are you bugging me in my everyday life about American cheese?
That used to be our job. Was to get and some people would agree to it. Yes, I need my water tested.
I think those people just never say no.
Yeah, probably. And some people would go and try to sell them a water purification system, and they'd bring a small version of it with them, and they'd run water through it and be like, taste that water. Tell me it don't taste better.
I don't even think I would drink the water there at my house. When's the last time you cleaned that motherfucker? They come with a suitcase water purifying system.
Yep, it's really something. All right, Kaylee.
I would have to go with. Are we all doing the bottom of the barrel?
You don't have to.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
That's how the game works.
I don't know because it was just 3 in a row, and I'm just I would do shape shifting.
Shape shifting.
Animals only, or just kind of everything's fair game?
Like I could turn myself into a mailbox.
Don't know why.
No, we're not
specifically.
aqua lads here. We can do like animals and like people.
Wait, what does
Aqualad.
Aqualad have to do with the mail system?
Isn't it aqua lads with the two teenagers with the rings and the monkey?
Oh, I don't think that's what their names
They
are.
don't
The Wonder Twins?
Yes,
Wonder Twins, yeah.
See,
The
I never.
Aqualads.
It's aqua lads, yeah, because they all. I remember
No,
the bucket.
Aqualad is a man or a kid that hangs out to Aquaman.
That's right. Okay.
Probably not best.
I don't know.
Probably an orphan.
I don't know. I just remember the
Maybe,
bucket
I
of
don't know.
water. I just remember the one episode with the bucket of water and the mom.
All the sidekicks are always orphans, dude. I swear.
Dude,
or at least all of
You
Batman's
gotta
are.
calm down.
Not true. One of them's actually just straight up his kid.
The first
yeah.
thing he says is probably an orphan. Like,
To be honest, that's how most comic book characters go. Batman, Superman. I can probably assume Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman wasn't an orphan, right?
Yes.
Somebody came through
no.
and slayed her town. Isn't that what happened?
I mean, it depends
But
on
does
which
that make you
variation
an
of the
orphan, or
comic.
does that make you like a survivor of a massacre? Like, what
Well, if you don't have parents, then yes,
You're an orphan. No matter what, yeah, you're an
don't you
orphan.
have to be at an orphanage to be
Here-
an orphan? Like, what if
Hold
you're just parentless and you never go
Hold on,
back?
just-
Aren't you just grown?
Weird thing on orphans. Technically, everyone's going to be an orphan. As you get older, you always get somehow.
No, that's what I'm
be an
saying. That
orphan.
doesn't make sense. Like, so I lose both my parents. I turn into an orphan now. Like, I was never
Technically,
an
yes.
orphan.
Yeah, that's
No
that's
one
the
likes to
definition.
think about it, but retirement homes are still orphanages.
What the fuck is going?
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Look. What is this? We gotta look this up.
Shifting.
I need to know the real answer to this, like, because this shit
Let's
is.
shapeshift back into that conversation.
Yeah, no, shape shifting into like animals and people. Like you can just be whatever you want. Like go do some stupid shit. Like go drive a car down a racetrack and then just transform into something else and just go do it again. Whatever. Or
Yeah, because it could just be a bird. Like,
just go rob a bank and be like, yeah, no, that wasn't me.
All right, so
Shape shifting into people or animals.
Yeah.
It's cooler than turning water to wine. That's true. I just really wish I could turn to a mailbox. Like,
Why would you want to be a
because
mailbox?
isn't that a way better way to get away with like a robbery? Like you rob the bank, you walk out, turn into a mailbox right
What
there.
if nobody knows?
Hold on. You're
Yeah,
talking
in the
about
middle
like
of the
postal
fucking-
mailbox.
Yeah,
not
like,
the one in
like
okay,
a big
okay.
blue ass mailbox. Like I'm just turning into that to watch
I was
them.
gonna
I just
say-
robbed this grocery store. I'm gonna turn into a mailbox.
Yeah,
It's a fucking house
I'm gonna
mailbox.
make sure it looks like there's postage in there right now, so they'll leave it alone.
Stop.
They're chasing a bank robber. They're not interested in mail fraud.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like it would be cool, you know.
But you could just turn into a normal person and just make it look like you're carrying a briefcase.
and if you were able to transform into objects, you could like turn yourself into a gun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, here's a question. Would
yeah,
it
let's-
hurt
let's-
shooting the bullet?
I don't know.
I would imagine passing
Maybe
a
it feels
kidney
good.
stone.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it feels good.
I don't know, man. That's an explosion.
Yeah, it's like passing a kidney stone.
Hey, we don't know if guns like being shot or not. I imagine they do.
You're right. They're never getting played with unless they're getting shot.
Oh my god.
You got a point.
Yep.
I'm on Jeremy's side now. I think.
I'm with you, Zach. I'm just like, what the
I'll give shape shifting 7 if I can turn into a mailbox. You just added it so I can turn into a mailbox. Like, what do you got against like turning into random object?
How would that work? You would still need a circular, you still need to breathe. You
Yeah,
need your,
We're talking about magical powers here. There's no explanation for
rules.
this. You're turning into a whole nother person. Does your DNA change with that too? Like your blood type? Or do you always have the same blood type when you turn to a different person?
I would imagine.
Or is it just an illusion to other people that you look different, but you really don't?
Is that really shapeshifting? Is that just not?
That would-
You
that
know,
would be
shape shifting to
illusionary.
you.
But if you're not actually turning into it and it just looks like you are, then that's
that
not
would be-
shapeshifting.
Yeah, that would be like a glamour.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, that's debunked. We're done with that
So no, yeah, you can't. Yeah, you glamour maybe with the whole mailbox thing. Why would you want to be a? Why? What is up with you in mailboxes?
I just thought like that's
Childhood dream, okay? Let's just drop it.
Okay.
it's the
okay.
first thing that popped in my mind. So like I just had to stick with it after I said it. So like, but now I think about it more and more. It'd be cooler and cooler to turn myself into a mailbox.
Trigger.
Or any object for real. Objects would be dope. Like
Like turn myself into a car.
A
And I'm
tank?
way like a transformer. You know
turn
what I'm
into a
saying?
tank.
A tank?
A tank, my
We're trying to
dude.
destroy. We're just trying to escape.
Hey.
I mean, you can escape in a tank.
Yeah, you can
But
follow
you're more
me.
noticeable that way.
Yeah, but who's gonna stop you?
Yeah, you're not escaping. You're just like, bitch, I'm out of here.
A jet.
Exactly.
You turn yourself into a jet.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. A jet.
Yeah.
I'd still probably do mailbox first if I had the powers. You don't got
I'll
any
give that
points
one my
for-
5.
5, yeah, I was about to say.
I'll go
But we're not allowed to turn into random objects, though. I feel like we just keep telling ourselves that, but she didn't agree to that. So, but I still give it my 7 for changing into other people and animals.
In mailboxes.
Well, I'll just get somebody to like start working on it. Like once I got the superpower, like, yo, tell me how I could do this where I could turn into a mailbox.
And you know what they're going to say? So you can turn into a bear, a T-Rex, the president, supermodels, and you want to be a mailbox.
Right.
I'll be like, sir.
That's like waking up one day realizing you're Superman and then going, oh, I wish I was Batman.
Hey, shit happens, man.
Oh my God.
Everything looks better when you're not there. I'll be there like,
Hold
man,
on,
if I could just turn into a mailbox.
because Superman does that. He's more or less a god on Earth, and he wakes up. Oh boy, I can't wait to write a newspaper.
I mean, he has to. That's his
Why?
whole persona. He's got to maintain.
But he
his
literally
identity.
has rent-free real estate in Antarctica. What
See,
does
but
he
I
pay
don't
for?
I don't understand why superheroes go through this
Lois
whole
Lane.
thing
He
of
loves
hiding.
Lois Lane.
Yeah, and
But Lois Lane would definitely be like, "Oh, Superman? Yeah, I'm down." You know what I'm saying? Like the only superhero
But if she
ever.
found
My
out,
question
her
is, how
life would
does
be in danger.
Lois Lane does not know?
She knows. Come on, she knows. I think she
I
found out
actually
one of the
saw a
comics.
thing that in the upcoming comics, they're just gonna drop the whole Clark Kent thing. He's just gonna be like, "Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I don't know why nobody noticed. It's just glasses. There's no lens."
I'm Superman.
I don't know why any superhero hides who they are.
Protect their family.
You're protecting everybody on the world.
Yeah, but they become more
I can
of
understand
a, like
why
a target.
some of them do. Individuals like Superman, yeah, there's no reason to hide your identity.
And like if they became more of a target, like you would get so much love if everybody just knew who you were, you know?
Well, no, let's because think about it. Because
You'd be
there'll
the
also be
biggest
the others that
celebrity.
they would complain. Why didn't you save my wife? She was in a car crash as it fell off a bridge.
I mean, everybody's gonna
Let's-
complain, like,
let's
hey,
be
man, I can't
real.
be everywhere.
Has anybody watched that show, The Boys, on Amazon?
I'm too poor for Amazon.
Yeah, I don't have Amazon.
Okay.
I've seen bits and pieces on YouTube.
It would be like that. Like all the fucking superheroes are celebrities in that, and like
That's what I'm saying. They'd be
Yeah.
celebrities. They'd be taken care of.
yeah.
They'd have endorsements and shit.
They'd have movies about themselves that were like written and scripted still. Mm-hmm. It'd be exactly like that.
Hey, that shit would be dumb as fuck. If there was like a real superhero and he had a movie, I'd be angry about it. I'd be like, my dude should be out here saving people and he's fucking recording movies.
Hence the whole point of the show where they're trying to kill all the superheroes.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
seen the show?
Again, I've seen bits and pieces on YouTube.
I recommend
pretty
it.
You did
like,
just say that.
obvious in like the trailer. Where it's like, fuck 'em. There's parts where they're getting run over. There's parts where they're getting shot. I mean, they're not hiding the fact they want to kill superheroes.
Yeah.
There's also a part in the trailer where there's a baby with lasers out of his
Yep.
eyes,
Yep.
and it kills a bunch of people.
Yeah, I heard about that at work.
I feel like you guys are talking about The Incredibles now.
Nope, still the boys.
Yeah. Still
Jack
the
Jack.
boys. But that is in The Incredibles as well.
What's your next one, Zach?
All right, so
Wait, Kayla, you're not giving shapeshifting any points?
Oh,
We got,
8.
8.
she loves shapeshifting.
Hell yeah, you could be anybody.
And she doesn't want to turn into a mailbox.
No, why the? What? I wouldn't even have mailbox.
That shit would be great.
Shapeshifting?
4,
He got some shit in the cut. He's about to drop the bomb like Caligula.
Oh my god.
maybe.
I see it coming.
All right, so the next one is actually one of the ones I've put a little bit more thought in, and it's radiation. You're able to control and manipulate radiation itself. Now,
Radiation.
going more,
Can you create radiation?
yes. So technically, there's a full spectrum of it, going from infrared to ultraviolet, and then our visible light spectrum is in the middle. So light itself is already radiation. Now, being able to control everything below and beyond that, you can either slow down objects, you can heat up objects. In addition, because you emit radiation, you technically won't need to eat or sleep because you have enough energy just to keep moving along. Plus, depending on whatever radioactive particle that you're getting your power from, most radioactive particles have half-lives spanning into millions of years before one particle no longer becomes that radioactive element. So theoretically, you're more or less going to be powered for most of the Earth's lifespan.
He did think about that. And it sounds pretty damn like almost like you're
Not
immortal,
to
but you're
mention-
not. Can you live in space though, since you're powered off radiation? Like, can't you
Yeah,
just live
I
in
mean, you're
space?
not going to be harmed by it because you've already able to have the ability to manipulate it itself.
Can you fly too?
You can probably, actually, yeah.
How does having the ability to manipulate it make it so that you can survive?
All right, so in space, there is already a mass amount of radiation, especially within the solar system
But
itself.
like, you're not made of radiation, so you wouldn't be able to manipulate your own lifespan.
again, it's not like you're increasing the amount of time, but you do have more or less an infinite amount of power that you're able to use. You see what I mean?
So the radiation pumps my heart?
No, your heart.
I feel like your body would still fail.
I feel like when he talked about it the first time, I seen like myself with like my fingernails are glowing with like radiation. My eyeballs aren't there. They're just radiation pits.
I feel like that would make you die quicker.
Like I am radiation.
Right.
But
No, I
the whole
understand.
point is you're able to control it. Therefore, you're still immune to it. It's like
Okay,
somebody who can control fire is not hurt by fire.
I can hear you on that. I just don't hear how it makes you immortal.
I'm not saying it makes you immortal.
Okay.
I'm saying your power source is basically semi-infinite.
Right. But if you're gonna die, why does it matter how much power you can have?
Because that doesn't restrict how much you're able to use.
Okay. So you're saying you're infinitely powerful.
Yes.
Okay.
You're immortal, but there's really nothing you kind of can't do. Now, I'm not saying that you can just be Dr. Manhattan and just make shit on your own. But again, your source of powers has almost no bottom. So you can just keep using it. Not to mention, I mean, defensively, literally, you just have to leak radiation and people will have their blood boil just being next to you.
No, like it's a super powerful power. Don't get me wrong.
Not to mention being next to like any body of water, a pool, a pond or anything.
And you could reverse the damage of like.
You can absorb radiation. You can get rid of it. Plus, kind of, I guess, going off of the more recent Godzilla movies, you just feed off of it. You can get even more powerful.
Radiation, huh? I don't know, man. I'm trying to envision myself in Radiation Man.
I mean,
mode.
it's a fucking you gotta be like a super villain for that power. Like,
Oh yeah, that
like,
I'm not gonna lie. You're a
I
bad
want
guy
to
if you
watch
have this
the
kind
world
of shit.
burn.
You kind of have to almost by default a little bit.
Yeah. Almost by default. Go ahead and say something.
You can cure cancer.
How?
No. Well, I mean, technically, kind of. Some cancer.
I mean, a lot of cancer.
I mean, they do use radiation to like.
They do use
They
To what?
they do use chemo, but it's a very specific targeting of radiation.
I mean, but if you manipulated the radiation, you could like target it better than the machine.
Hypothetically, yes, but it's still gonna hurt whoever is getting it. It's not like it's not.
I like
gonna,
how there's a double hypothetically now. So we're like, hypothetically, if you could control radiation, then hypothetically
You can control.
cure cancer. Doesn't change the fact whoever is getting this like 5-second chemo is gonna be in a lot of pain.
Well, you would be able to do some good with it, like by like reversing.
I was gonna say, there's no way to be like
nuclear
a hero
bombs,
with it.
or like
I mean, the
you can go and turn off fucking.
closest thing I can think of is if
You can go turn off Chernobyl. You know what I'm saying?
yes, but what I was gonna say is basically if they built you a home in a bunker underground and they just basically had it absorb all the energy you're giving off, you just live your everyday life and you can power probably a few continents.
And you wouldn't go nuclear ever. He's right. So you could be a lab rat.
That sounds like a hell of a term.
How many points do you give your radiation man?
I'm gonna go with 6.
6.
6 for Radiation Man. I'm going 1.
I sucked at science. They're gonna have to like explain this to me. How would you breathe in outer space?
All right,
I don't think you would like breathe, would you? You'd just be powering yourself.
exactly. So the only reason you need to breathe is because you need oxygen for your blood to
Right.
supply energy to your cells. Whereas if you are running off radiation,
You're just absorbing that.
you're already just using that. Like
so you're doing like the whole plant thing with CO2 and more or less like absorbing, dispersing,
it would basically just be more of
just
absorbing. I mean,
So-
there is currently like a fluid where it's an oxygen-rich fluid where once submerged and you breathe in enough and it fills up your lungs, you are able to actually breathe technically in this fluid. Now it's super expensive. It's possible like in those like sci-fi movies where there's people in the big vats and they don't have like the breathing apparatus or whatever. I mean, it's kind of close to that. It just requires a lot of money.
So you wouldn't like implode and then explode with any of that amount of radiation. It would just, because you're continuously taking this in, you're not expelling anything.
I mean, if you're going through space, you still have to give off something to actually propel yourself forward, which basically if you just ionize a lot of the molecules around, say, feet, foot, or whatever, you can propel yourself forward. So you would still give off some. Basically, you would be a perpetual motion machine. You give off more energy than you actually consume. So you don't have to use everything that's powering you. You would just have to be, and everything else would just expel out of you. Now, it would probably be more of a problem if you retained absolutely everything, because then, yeah, you would go critical.
Yeah. Okay.
Points.
2.
Points.
He's like, quit asking questions.
Well, like I was there, right? And then like that last explanation, now I'm not there. Like I was there, and then that was just there. Like I'm over there now. Like I was here, now I'm over here.
I want to pretend I understood what you said.
He jumped the fence.
Okay.
Yeah. Just the more and more, I just lose my Radiation Man vision in my head. Of like,
I'll go 4 on that guy.
and you can only like be a villain and make it fun. Otherwise, you're just like powering.
Right, and then
countries.
that's another thing too.
Hold
Like
on, though.
if you go villain,
You immediately went to robbing grocery store and turning into a mailbox shapeshifting. So don't pull. You can only be a villain
that's
thing.
just
on me.
different
was
from
not hurting.
radiation,
All right,
yeah.
that nigga was not hurting. If I steal like $200 just to turn into a mailbox outside.
right, robbing Bill Gates hasn't hurted anybody at this point.
Yeah.
But no, like, what happens if you do go evil then? If you're a radiation man, so how would it? You
just destroy the
you
world.
can
What
end
you
everything.
want.
Yeah.
right, and then what? Like, how would if we ended up trying to kill you? How would that even?
I mean, we wouldn't
Or
be
you
killing
wouldn't
him.
be
The
able
Radiation
to.
Man would fuck us up for real.
That would be kind of the point.
Well,
The Radiation Man would kill the Earth and then fly on to the next planet to try to kill them, probably.
honestly,
Wow.
there's a few superpowers that could definitely take down Radiation Man. I'm sure.
But like at this point, I'm figuring if somebody gets superpowers, that's the only motherfucker with them. We're gonna be waiting a long time for another person to pop up again.
No, it's gonna be like
So if Radiation Man is first and he wants to be a villain, we're fucked.
you are right about that one.
That's how I think about all these superpowers. Like if it's the first person with superpowers.
Wine Man with the fucking superpower wouldn't be that bad.
It could be entertaining.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, fucking I make wine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So everybody has points out for Radiation Man. My next superpower is gonna be like the power of like healing motherfuckers. So like I could just like if you got a disease, I could take it away. Or whatever. If you're hurt, like cut, I could heal it. Anything to do with like improving your health, I can do.
So wouldn't that go back to you saying
could you
how?
reverse age?
No.
Okay.
I could just heal you.
But wouldn't that go back to what he said about you and the whole Jesus thing and the wine? People would think you were the demon or something and then come after you for that.
If I heal your motherfucking ass from cancer and you're like, you're a demon, I'll be like, fuck you.
Here's the cat.
You're a real piece of shit right now. I just saved your life and you're gonna call me a demon.
Well, it's not going to be the people you heal. It's going to be like the people who don't think you're capable of doing that.
When
You're
I
gonna have
walk-
like the
when I-
West Bureau Baptist Church coming knock on your door like, hey.
When I walk into St. Jude's and
But
just
there's
heal
still
all the kids
churches
in
that
there.
actually have that. Even if they're not getting healed, they have people stumble over with their crutch or whatever. The guy basically shakes your head and then you can walk away without the crutch.
Yeah, no, that.
Oh, that's
you
what we
pay
call
money
those
for it.
con artists.
You're not wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't actually believe he shook the crippleness out of the man, but it's still a thing that is within the Christian community that people can just perform miracles like that.
Antoine would just happen to be real.
I'd be real though. Like that's what I would do. I'd just go to
I
hospitals.
still
and just
imagine
heal
the same suit.
So so
like me, like this.
No, it's as a pastor guys that are shaking the crippledness out of people. They have a very
like the
certain
real flashy
aesthetic.
suit.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh yeah, they got
It's
that.
like the rhinestone collars. You
they got that
full line
Jesus,
tie.
the Jesus suit.
I got a question.
What?
So how do you get rid of when you heal people? Does the disease go into you like Paul, like the movie Paul, or would it?
Or like
or
the
would it
Green
just-
Mile.
or would it just not?
I work like a plant. It's
So
like,
whatever damage that you take from the other person, you get to.
You eat.
No, I eat it.
You eat it?
Yeah. It turns into energy for him.
Okay.
So when disease is gone, I die.
Okay.
But it'll probably come back after that. So like then people are fucked. They gotta wait for another me.
Damn.
But I did.
Yeah,
some
you would
good.
actually be a much bigger problem because once you die and there's nobody with any kind of immunities whatsoever.
Measles is coming back.
The world ends.
Shit happens. I was doing good while I was here.
How did the world all die?
Well, we had a superhero that he solved all of the diseases in the world, and
it was
then
a pretty sweet ride.
he left, and he died, and then
He's in our water source now, you know.
So what killed everybody? Some algae. We didn't really clean the water well.
I guess maybe it might be.
What killed everybody? A cold.
Pretty much.
Oh,
There
everybody
it is,
just died.
right there.
Oh. Healing points.
I give him my 4.
4. Antoine.
3. I already used my 1 and 2.
That's how this game works. At the
I know.
end, you're going to want to give some points and you're only going to have like a 9. And you're like, oh, shit.
That's why I'm going with
I'm
all the
going
low
3
ones.
just
Like, I'm
because
really
it's
thinking
useful.
about it.
And then that kind of final drop off.
It was a final drop off. You know, you guys had to look down on the healing the whole world thing. But you're right. I rethought it too. But it'd be cool while I was here.
Yeah, like I said, it'd be a pretty sweet ride. And then it just...
Or I could just use it to like make money from like the NFL. Like, oh, if he gets hit and gets a concussion, I'll just...
You could just
Send
open
him
up a
back in.
hospital.
Huh?
Just a little tiny clinic.
I could like be a villain with it and be like,
I'll hit that with my 1.
4 million, I'll come and I'll heal the hospital. You know what I'm saying? But without the 4 million, I can't do it.
I'll be honest, that's not the
He's
way
gonna have
the
his
world is right
feet
now.
up to
That's
his
not being a
mouth.
villain. That's just
being a capitalist.
that's not being like I'm going to destroy the world. That's just going to be like
I'll
do
do
it,
problems.
but I'm not doing it for free.
I mean, that's fucked up. Like if you could heal people from like cancer and shit and you were just like,
But
No money.
That's what this is right now. That's what we have right now. It's just slower.
I'm pretty sure if I went around healing everybody, I could just couch surf everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like people would just be like, yeah, you can come over and kick it.
Yeah, I'll give you a week if you take away this cold.
Got you.
So what? You're just getting your Airbnb by making them feel better?
Yeah.
He's gonna go to the wrong house and get fucking bed bugs.
So
I can't heal this. They're already okay.
this is a more villainous power, though, which I guess we're not giving points to out here for some reason.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Fucking villain powers are not bad. But the ability to intoxicate everybody around you with a substance of your choosing at any time.
So you want to be Dionysus?
Kinda, yeah.
There's your villain name at least.
Yeah, right. And then like, fucking walk into a bank and boom, everybody's on heroin.
Fucking meth.
Yeah. No, that'd be terrible for Maggie trying to rob the bank.
Yeah, they would all be like super strength trying to whoop his ass. Like, today's the day.
And eventually I would like have a cult that like worship me because Dionysus,
Charles Manson.
So you're just going to intoxicate people.
Could you get yourself high just off of whatever your choice, or is it everybody else around
Do you get high at all? Like, because you have everything in you to intoxicate other people.
And how is it spread? Is it just like a radius effect where it just there's this magical number for the circle and whoever's inside is just kind of fucked?
Yeah, that's how that would work.
Sucks.
It would be like
Do you do any like special movements when you let it out, or you just
He
walk
goes like
in
this.
No, I don't even have to do anything like this.
you just walk in and you're just like,
Is it always
they're all
active?
It's active whenever I choose it to be active.
Okay.
Because I also have to choose what kind of drug makes you intoxicated. Like I can make everybody drunk to make it normal, but if I'm robbing a bank or something, something more extreme.
Give them all cocaine high.
I was gonna say, does it have to be just like party highs? Could it be like just
Can you make people feel any way, or you just only like you're the drug lord? Like you just come through and just make them feel
also a good
fucked
villain
up.
name?
Drug law.
I feel like that's Jasper from Twilight, because Jasper was like, "Oh guys, I can make you feel any way you want," and then like that's what he did. I make you feel high. I can make you feel sad, angry.
I don't know that I would be able to make people feel emotions. I feel like it would just
Like
be
if you're
different.
making them feel high, they're gonna
That's
feel some
definitely
kind
making
of
them feel an
emotion.
emotion.
Yeah.
What I was trying to lean towards is like, could you like do effects like chloroform where it's just they just have to go to
Oh,
sleep?
that's a drug. So yeah. That's a drug. Whatever. I have like a weird
feel like-
backstory where like I was hit by radiation while
Would
I
you
was in
work
a
by
pharmacy.
radiation man?
Yeah. What?
How would you like, well, I guess you would rob banks.
I would do whatever I wanted. I would rob anything.
But like, do you get them to like, how high do you get them?
As high as I want them to be.
So you can pick the level of high too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's great.
Can pick the level of high.
Yeah.
The drug man.
10.
Why such a high score? No reason.
That's great. That's great. 'Cause that's pretty close to what the fuck I say.
If not, everybody's out.
Okay.
I'll give that a 9. Just because of that. I like that one.
Do I still have a 2?
You do.
That's yours.
I'm going to go ahead and throw you my 7 just because there's a lot of utility in that.
I like that one a lot. I feel like that can be turned into a meme.
I'll give that one my 8.
Let me see. These have to be original ideas, right?
I mean, you can.
Technically, no.
My top 10 one is one that somebody could guess, and if somebody guesses it, I'm gonna give them my top 10.
Not to mention, his first choice was the Bible. So.
Yeah.
I would have to go with mind reading and controlling.
God damn it! You got mine. Oh wait, nope. Mind reading is not the one.
Mind controlling. Mind reading and mind controlling. Like you read minds and control them too.
Yep. That's my 10 then. Yeah, mind control. Mm-hmm. Mind control is the best power.
That would be the best. Yeah, but like, hey, go give me that remote. I don't feel like it now. You do.
It's the best superpower. Honestly, like, which is it's a terrible It's the worst superpower.
No, that's what I thought about myself when it was the first one I thought of, like mind control. Yeah. And I was like, you're a piece of shit.
I tried to get more creative after I was like mind control, but you could have my 10 on that one.
I will say though, if you have that power, no matter what you do, you're gonna have a shitty personality. Just because, like, you can.
Like with any superpower, it's all gonna go to your head eventually.
Not what I meant. I mean, like, you always know what everyone's thinking. So you're going to either be already having an attitude to somebody if you know they're lying, or you're just going to be an asshole and start, listing off things that.
I mean, you just got to hang around some real motherfuckers that's about to tell you the truth anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care. Like,
they literally can't. You mind control them. Why would they be able to tell you whatever they are thinking? You're in control of what they say.
But not all the time. So when you walk, you would be mind controlling all of us. That would be a boring fucking life. I wouldn't want that shit.
What you would do is that's not really like friends or anything. That's
just want to be like
a meat body that does stuff for you.
You would plant thoughts into their head that would cover up all the times that you did things wrong.
Oh no, not like that. I'm thinking like
when I want to rob the bank
1 week out of the nowhere, like
right. But like they would know that you planted that thought if they knew that you had mind control.
That's why you don't say anything.
So you'd have to, right. You'd have to cover things up with other thoughts.
Are we just talking about mind control like on the baby level 1? Version here where it's like I can make someone buy me pizza because I thought we were immediately going to like
remote
the
access.
President does exactly what I say from where I'm sitting.
Okay, so I'd say mind control. The only way it works is like you have to be
in the vicinity.
Yeah. Or potentially you could do it through TV.
No.
So what, being like a newscaster?
Yeah.
You're just crazy and don't want to leave the house. And you're like, I need to be able to control them through the TV. On pre-recorded episodes.
No,
I'm about to change this episode.
No, okay, so like I do feel like you'd be able to plant like whole ass commands into people.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like
Inception.
Right, like you're my automaton essentially for right now. Like I have entered your brain. I've given you a chain of commands.
So you're just making sleeper cells.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would just go door to door, and I would plant a chain of command into everybody, and then suddenly I'd be in control of everything.
So you're crazy.
Just a reminder, this is actually her power. So
right, but it's my top 10 power. It's the power I want the most.
I felt the same thing. I felt like mind control was my top power, but I wouldn't be like all crazy like that. Like just like when I wanted some shit.
No, because here's the thing, though. It look like you can say that now, but if you always have had that power, you're no matter what going to have a very awful and shitty personality. Because if someone doesn't do something you want and then you just make them do it, then eventually you're gonna have a problem when someone tells you no to something.
They're not, because I'm going to be like, well, look at this, bitch.
Exactly.
And that's a shitty thing to do. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to be a good person with mind control, but I'm not going to take it to the extent where I would go around trying to control every single buddy like that I see. Like
that's how
I'm going to let people live their life until they come in contact with me. When you come in contact with me, that's when I fuck you up, and I just...
Right, you come off at me sideways, I'm fucking you up.
So you're telling me you wouldn't just be like, you know what? I'm about to run shit. Like
that's what I'm saying. Because
things will be so much better once I'm in control.
But like I'm always in control.
Yeah, at any point.
Like I don't need to be like publicly in control.
No,
I'm in control. Like even no matter who I go up to, but I'm in control.
Yeah.
Like
you could reshape society to be whatever you want it to be. I would be like the
Illuminati. They'd be like, man, they ain't making the decision up there. I'd be like, you right. Because I'm popping up every Thursday like, hey, do this, and I'm out. All right? I got shit to do on the other days, but I got to be normal. Because like I would never want to lose my like normal life with my mind control. Because that would like fuck it up so much. Like if I'm already the ruler, what is my mind control doing? I'm already ruling shit.
Right.
So like, it's
I don't
only
even do it
fun
to
to
any other
use like
people.
I'm on the low. You know what I'm saying? People don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like,
No, you're being unimaginative with what you can do as the person in control of everything.
I don't want to be the person.
Because then, like,
That's kind of like saying I can teleport. Well, what do you use it for? I go to the fridge.
right.
I would though. That would be really hard.
You're right, but you
Damn,
wouldn't
I
do
want them
anything
cookies.
else. You wouldn't teleport anywhere else. You wouldn't go to work faster, or you wouldn't just go inside of the
My
bank
thing
vault.
with teleporting
You wouldn't
is-
just go to the grocery store, grab the food, and then go back home.
No, see, I'm fat as fuck. I always just think like I want
But you're
spaghetti.
teleporting.
Italy.
It doesn't matter what
I would
shape
just-
you're in.
No,
You're
that's
just
what I'm
going
saying.
from
I would
point A to point
teleport.
B instantly.
I would teleport out of the country, like to Italy, spaghetti, or like if I want to eat some other shit, I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? I want some jerk chicken. I'm going to Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Just teleport. Ping.
So
Jerk
you wouldn't
chicken.
need a fridge then. You would never have bought a fridge if you can teleport.
You're right, but that's like what?
He's right.
That's what
But
me and Jeremy are
sometimes
trying
you
to
just want to be
say.
in the house. Like if I can teleport, still like right after sex, I'm gonna want something to drink. I don't
But
want to
here's the
fucking
thing,
run
you-
to the fucking. I gotta teleport to the
I
fucking
honestly
store now.
wouldn't probably even get a
Why
house
would
to
you
begin
ever
with.
even pay for anything ever again from the store?
Exactly.
You could just teleport to a different store every time. Be like, this is mine. Teleport out. You could do it naked and nobody would even see you. Like,
Hey, wait, it would be the one dude that's like, I go in there for some milk, I'm naked. There's a dude picking up milk. Like, what the fuck? And then I teleport.
Jeremy's naked idea. There's a giant eagle. A naked man pops out of thin air. He grabs the milk, drinks half it, drops it, and he's gone. Who's gonna do something about it? I'll tell you what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna come over, clean the milk up he just threw on the ground. There's
There's nothing that can be done. They're going to be looking at those security cameras like, yo, watch this shit. Watch this fucking shit. A naked person pops up, grabs the milk, chugs half of it, drops it, disappears. What the fuck was that?
Actually,
what
wait.
fuck?
If you go back
you know what,
30
Steve? You know what, Steve? Rewind it. Who the fuck has been editing the goddamn footage? Okay, Steve, I need to know. Okay, I need your access badge, Steve.
Is this a YouTube video?
I just noticed now that we round it back, he also did a little Fortnite dance before he teleported out.
The motherfucker hit a dab. Okay.
All right, so we got to go give points to mind control.
I've already given my points to mind control.
Yeah, but you did it before anybody even got to talk about it. What do you got for mind control?
I go 7.
10.
I'm going 10 because that was already what I had planned to do. I just want to say too that teleportation was on my list, but I'm not going to say it now because it's going to sound like I just like, but it's on there, but like it's pretty much dead now.
Yeah, it was kind of sacrificed a little too early.
It was sacrificed. It got thrown out in a derailed conversation. That's what it was. Like we were still talking about mind control and teleportation. Like I don't know how that came up.
Because me and Jeremy were trying to point out that you're using mind control for the littlest things.
Oh yeah, but I
It's
mean,
the little things that matter, though.
those are the best
No,
things.
those are the worst things to do. Like,
No, it's not.
Like, what are you gonna do? Use mind control on your girl? Like, that's fucked up.
Not on
Have
my
an
girl.
orgasm. Boom. Because
Hey, you would
95%
be
of men
that
can't
dude
do.
if you just gave out orgasms with mind control.
Yeah.
Yo, that would be a hilarious thing to do at a party. Just be like, everybody, boom, 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 at the same time. It's like everybody would like fucking like
Drop to their knees.
everybody's got fucking like cum in their pants and they're all like kind of awkward around each other. Like, the fuck just happened?
Hey, it would be the most awkward moment ever.
It would be the most awkward moment ever.
It'd be the weirdest too. Like
Yeah.
if you recorded it, like you just had like some
Yeah.
cameras set up all around the house. Like when it happened, it would be like, yo, what the fuck is going on in there?
Everybody just falls to their knees and just that's it.
Oh,
That would
Party's
be
over.
crazy.
But here's the thing. No one's going to assume that everyone else had exactly the same thing happen.
I mean,
No, you just make it like you just make it like one of those uncontrollable ones.
you have the best orgasm of your life right now.
Like all your sexual partners are now gonna fail because like nothing's gonna beat the day you were at that party and just like fell over.
you're going to go
fucking-
to party hoping it happens again.
Antoine with mind control has like single-handedly put a fucking wrench in everybody at that party's relationship forever.
Goddamn.
All right, Zach, what do you got for us?
All right. Next one I'm going to pick is, what's the actual word? It's terrakinesis. So basically control of Earth with your mind. So,
Controlling Earth with your mind.
Can we just call it earthbending?
I mean, it's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Nah. Earthbending is like rock.
You're right. This one doesn't have the kung fu. Right. This is just controlling Earth with your mind.
So you're
Okay.
like, oh, we're not tilted 22 degrees anymore. Let's 35.
Okay, man. Hold on. Let me
We're about to change the climate in
not the
this bitch.
whole Earth. I'm not talking about like just making the Earth wobble a little. I mean like moving like Earth as in ground, dirt, sand.
Oh, okay.
Earthbending.
Yes, Earth
Okay,
bending.
but with your mind. Okay.
Minus the kung fu.
Okay.
But again, you could make whole islands. You can make new territories. You could
Like
sing-
Tara from the Teen Titans. I'm sorry, I forgot you have, but like Tara from Teen Titans.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're like the worst ocean landlord ever. You're like, well, there's about to be an island here, guys. No, my island.
No, but
Fucking
think
got
about
the
it.
ocean.
You. I mean, there's literally miles and miles of just straight open ocean.
Bro, the
With
fish
there's-
love that shit. They're like, shh, ain't
You
nothing
know
over
they
here.
only like live at the surface in the open part of the ocean, right? Because everything else is just there's nothing. It's basically a desert.
There's
but
what do they call them?
if you're talking about like the midnight and the twilight zone or in the abyss, the very bottom, I mean that's extensive amount of pressure where everything that lives down there can't move up because if it does, it decompresses and it dies. It's like if I just threw you in outer space, everything that's holding you inside is going to want to go out.
So you're telling me that in the middle of the ocean, right? So there's like some people that live downstairs and some people that live upstairs, and in the middle there's just no people. What the fuck?
It's kind of like if you walk into a desert, it's going to be
I just had to see if I understood it correctly, like what you're
That
saying.
would actually be pretty cool because if you could do that, lift up land from the water, you could.
I mean,
find
think about
Atlantis.
it. You're making new. Well, I don't know about finding Atlantis. You can make your own Atlantis.
He's looking at her sideways like, what nonsense?
Why would you want to make it when you could just find the original one?
Anyways, to say make my Atlantis. But like you can make your own land. You can make your own country because no one's going to have claim to it. It's technically no longer international water. It's a landmass. So
America's gonna
United
claim
Na-
it, bro. Like that's what America does. New land, like they're coming.
But you're there and you're the guy that can also sink literally America. So is that really the best person to invade?
They hit you with a dart just now. You're done. You're done.
And he's gonna be eating waffles after moving some land.
Cockmeat sandwich in Guantanamo Bay.
They can't arrest him. They're just gonna kill him.
JFK.
Yeah, because the minute he wakes up,
Oh, he wakes up dead?
no. Well, the minute he wakes up, he fucking would like sink the fucking landmass.
Oh.
He has control over there, so they would have to murder him instantaneously. They'd be like, yeah, we're gonna take him and study him.
You would have a documentary though, for
But keep
sure.
in mind that can be applied to any of these superpowered people we're talking about right now.
Except
Yeah.
the radiation man.
Oh yeah, he fucked everybody.
Yeah.
They're done.
Radiation man was like, bitch, you better not.
Oh, and my
I mean, he has a whole bunch of radiation. Couldn't he just like? Well, I mean, no, not really. Okay, yeah, we'll just leave that one there.
But yeah, so making your own countries, being able to take animals, people, plants, or whatever, and just make what you want. It's
Oh, you
basically
can make animals too?
no, you're not making animals. You're taking them from somewhere else and putting them there.
So you're doing like a whole Noah's Ark thing?
Yeah,
One
except
of each?
I built
two of
this
each?
climate.
I'm gonna make this island only rabbits and turtles.
you could.
I mean, there are islands like that. Like they just have like cats on one island, bunnies on another.
Yeah, I got an island that I just put a cow on. Just one cow.
Exactly.
So you can only move Earth stuff, right?
Well, along with
You're not controlling like the all the elements.
no, that's telekinesis is itself just moving of Earth. It's mind control of rocks and so forth. Whereas
So can you find oil easily?
I mean, it's not like you
I mean, he
be
just
able
picks
to
up
find
a huge piece of Earth. Like, is there
you would
oil
be
on
able
there?
to excavate a lot of land. So yes, you could find it easily.
You'd be
It's not
able
like
to-
you could just honing in on it. Now, in addition with Earth, though,
Well, wouldn't
He's
you
not
know?
worth any money to you, but
Yeah, you know me. I'm always looking for the
Come
money
find the
opportunity.
oil.
for your new country that you're pulling out of the ocean, you can charge somebody their citizenship, and after that, they're a citizen to you.
You know, like being the leader of a country doesn't sound that great.
You
Unless you're
literally
mind
talked
control?
about
Yeah,
using
you
mind
just-
control to run a country.
to
Yeah.
run everything, not even a
To
country.
run everything. That's the difference. Is like running a country. I have to deal with like America, fucking like fucking looking politically and shit. You know.
You could also just be the guy that says, "I don't want to talk to you." You can do that.
And then they'll send the CIA.
They'll blow them up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
king of the rock.
Right.
They'll be like, you're gonna be making a new rock. Blowing your shit up.
But that's why you have like all the rich people buy the citizenship. The rich people are the ones that live there.
They're blowing rich people up. America's blowing everybody up if you give them shit. Jeremy doesn't want to deal with America.
But here's the thing. America has to buy their missiles from somewhere. They buy them from people who are rich, who have the money to mass produce bombs and everything of such.
And then you're going to have somebody like,
what about gold? Do you know where the gold in the land is? Like, cause
that is
gold
Earth.
is Earth, yeah.
Again, it's not like you're a metal detector. You control Earth, but it would be easy to find such things. I mean, again,
he's just making islands, bro. That's what he's doing. Yeah. He's making islands.
I make islands.
Mountains.
Can you make a volcano?
Yes.
Okay.
You can make a volcano?
Yeah. Magma is just
that's threatening.
Liquid rock.
I will make
still
a
rock.
That's a hell of a threat. Like, what are you going to do about it? I will make a volcano right the fuck now.
Not just any volcano, fucking Mount Vesuvius in the middle of fucking DC.
Yep. Wham! Fuck with me now, bud.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah.
Can you control if it erupts or not, or you just can make it?
No, because lava itself, like I said, it is just molten.
Oh, yeah, so you can erupt it.
You can control the ash that's now in the air because it's still just basically hypercooled dust from the lava itself in the air.
He could not only make the fucking volcano, then make it blow up, but then the ash that's now in the air from the volcano that he made, he can use it like a fucking whip on you.
A whip?
A whip.
Well, let me throw one more thing in there. So,
or like just choke you with it, force it into your mouth.
Well, it's not even that. The ash itself, volcanic ash is actually microscopic glass. So if you breathe that in, it's basically just going to cut your lungs up.
Yeah.
But in addition, and this actually happens in real life when there's volcanic eruptions, there's a lot of friction from all the glass rubbing against each other. There's also lightning storms that form inside volcanic explosions.
Yeah.
That's some next level shit that I ain't never heard of. I thought people were just getting suffocated. They're getting electrocuted too.
Just look up lightning volcano. There will be something that will be at least pretty cool to look at.
Hey, I'll do that. You took it all the way to the pyramid. Hey, if anything, it's gonna be cool.
I'll give Volcano Man my 6.
It's like
I like how you renamed him Volcano Man after everything you can do.
Yeah. Fuck, like telekinesis is cool, but what the most threatening thing? You always name yourself after the most threatening part about you.
Though. How do you expect him just to pull up islands and stuff? He's making islands.
I hear you, but Volcano Man's a way cooler name than Telekinesis Man.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know. It's like Shark Boy didn't name himself Swimmer Lad. You know what I'm saying? For,
Lava Girl didn't do the Tara thingy.
Do I have a 3? I think I used it. Just tell me what I have.
You have a 3, yeah.
Oh, 3 it is. You guys are killing my list though with like all this. You know, like
what are they too wishy-washy for you, or do you actually like them?
Well, like the Earth thing is just like part of one of the powers that I said, you know what I'm saying? But I guess they all should be split up, and then there's more superheroes. But I was just trying to make one superhero.
Points for Telekinesis, 4 points from Kaylee. You know, you gotta speak it into the microphone.
Oh, 4.
So, yeah.
Quattro, 4. 4 for 4, that's it.
The 4 for 4.
Do I still have a 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Still has the 5. Being immortal, I'd have to say, is my next one. Just never dying. I can still feel pain.
Do you get older?
I mean, how, like, no.
So what age are you capped at?
50.
I got a pitch for you to coincide with this.
Okay.
So what you would do is you would be able to make different aged clones of yourself.
Oh,
that you could then
this is crazy.
Insert your consciousness into.
No, this is crazy.
So
if I want to be old, I can be old.
Yeah, you could be old.
That's not really being immortal, though. I feel like that's just like doing some crazy science shit.
No.
I want to be like blessed by the gods immortal. You know
right.
So why would you want to be 50?
50's still cool. I mean, you're still fucking, you're still running. If you take care of yourself, you're doing all right.
No, but you're.
But wouldn't it be cool to
because I want to have like some wisdom look to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't just walk in 23 like, yeah, I'm immortal, bitches. I know everything. I've been alive for 4,000 years.
Every
like,
couple hundred years, you'd be a kid again. In my way, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I want to be like a kid or a teenager.
Why not? Fuck it. Be the coolest kid ever. You know so much shit.
You would be corrupting other kids. Like, that's all you would be doing. Like,
guys want to see these cool
yeah,
bottle
but
rockets?
that's also limiting to what you can actually do. You're 4,000 years old and then you get ID'd.
Yeah.
This says you were alive around Ramsey's the second? Yeah, you can't buy this alcohol.
I don't know.
I mean, but like I would always be 50 if they're IDing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just 50.
All right, so you're immortal, so you don't die. Does that mean as an immortal 50-year-old, you still have like the back problems?
The knee problems, prostate problems.
The prostate problems.
Oh yeah,
is your cancer
40.
just out of control? I feel like it's bulging out of your head. Like,
I feel like if
I've
you're
had a
immortal-
brain tumor. Like, you're completely like incoherent because you can't speak anymore. Your brain has been completely replaced by a tumor.
Sir, why is there a grapefruit on the side of your head? That's insensitive.
No, I feel like if you're immortal, you're just in good health all the time. You know what I'm saying?
So if you're in good health all the time, so why would you? I mean, like, why would you still want? I can't get over that. Why would you want to be 50?
Because I wanna look like I know some shit.
You could be 30 and still not look like you know some shit.
Fuck you if you're 30.
You could look. Listen.
I ain't taking
listen.
advice from a 30-year-old. He's dumb as me.
Listen, I know some stupid 50-year-olds too.
Oh, there
and
is some stupid
and
ones.
they look smart. So I mean, like, you could be any age and still be smart. You don't have to look smart.
No,
What
I'm
does
saying like
smart
it's
even
not
look like?
it's not like looking smart. It's just like looking old.
Why the fuck would you want to look old? I don't get that.
Old people are pretty cool, man.
No, they're not. They're horrible people.
I'm always amazed, like, damn, man, because every day I look at like the news and like other shit, and I'm
Oh,
on
the
the
baby
internet.
boomers, you're like, yeah, these motherfuckers
No,
run the
not
housing
even that.
market
It's
for
just
us.
Motherfuckers are dying every fucking day, and I'm just like, damn, your old ass made it to be that fucking old. Like, I don't know what you was doing, but your ass made it.
Chilling at the
I
house.
want
most
to at least
likely.
look like I made it somewhere. You know what I'm
In
saying?
the house they fucked up the economy in.
Like, chilling in the house somewhere.
Kaylee came over here to be like, fuck boomers.
Yes. I'm coming for it.
You want the smoke? Hit me up. What's your points for immortality then, bud?
9.
9?
Yeah, because like you would know so much shit. Like just think about how much shit you would know if you were immortal. You know every fucking thing.
You would know a lot of shit.
Anything you wanted to know.
You got points for immortality?
It's gonna be my
time.
8.
Great time to talk.
I mean, again, this is how the game goes. It's
Yeah, no, that's
just
what I'm saying. It was just a good time to talk. I
not
won. I
always
won.
the best ones are the ones that win.
Immortal's
Some-
pretty good, man.
I didn't say it wasn't.
You kind of just blew down a little bit. It was like,
No matter what, you're getting a high number.
I'll give
Be
you my
grateful.
4.
the 4 bean. Immortal's cool, man.
Because I spent some time talking
was-
about one of mine anyways.
It was
Very good.
number 2 on my list.
Points for immortality?
5.
5. I want to include 2 superpowers here. Not really, but like I want to talk about them at the same time.
What? They
Never
have
mind.
to be
No.
one then. They
Okay.
have to be one.
Yeah,
You have
'cause-
to correlate them in a way where it's just one power. Because
Okay.
we didn't say like best superpowers. But like I had one that was multiple, but he took one of the strings, so he died. That superhero died. He died as a baby.
So I want the ability to create henchmen from dirt or sand.
Oh, those are like
But-
my favorite people in games.
But I also want to be able to download skills to them like in the Matrix. Like so fucking
So you got upgradable dirt slaves.
yeah, essentially. Essentially, yeah.
That's slavery with extra steps.
They're not sapient, so
You want to make a bunch of golems that know kung fu.
yeah. Well, not just kung fu. Like like I can teach them computer programming or like teach
So
them how
you're
to
gonna
stand in
have,
my
like-
hot dog carts.
You're
and
gonna
shit.
have like little dirt. You're gonna have
It's been a while since there's been a hot dog plug-in.
like a dirt man.
I try to get one hot dog plug in per episode. Please start going to my hot dog cart if you're listening. Thank you.
What the fuck?
One dirt man in a suit just coming up to the job to work on the computers.
yeah, exactly.
How do your dirt people look?
They
Like
okay, so-
automatically
so, like,
when you say you're summoning them, I'm just thinking like demons from the dirt.
Well,
and then
I-
you tell me you want them to be at the hot dog cart, and that ain't gonna work.
oh no, I'm imagining
Yeah,
like
I'm not buying a hot dog from some dirt man.
I'm
A
imagining I
dirt
can make
man, like
them
he
look
has
like
no skin, he's just dirt.
I'm imagining my magic is strong enough to make them look like real people and like.
But they're made of dirt?
Yeah, but they're made of dirt, right? Or sand. Because that's everywhere.
So like on the mummy type shit?
Yeah, we're exactly like on the mummy, right?
You're crazy. You're crazy.
And I can download different skills to them.
That's an illegal superpower, actually.
Why is that an illegal superpower?
Because like if you're building them out of dirt, they just have to stay dirt.
No, why?
You're trying to like
that's bullshit.
Yeah, make them human-like.
Yeah, they're
I feel like
human-like.
that's witchcraft.
Hold on. Can you make like
I said it was magic.
programmable mailboxes?
Can you make mailboxes?
Sure.
Yeah, if you can answer yes to that, pretty sure you're gonna get a good number from
He
Antoine.
can make a dirt person that can make you a mailbox.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yes, he's right. I cannot make dirt mailboxes, but I can make you a dirt person who will make you a mailbox.
And then another dirt person will deliver the mail.
Yeah. That'll be his skills that I download onto him.
What the fuck?
Wait, hold on. Are you just making dirt versions of Mr. Miski?
Mr. Reese, yeah.
Yes, lightweight. They are Mr. Meeseeks that just
They stay though forever.
Well, some of them could fulfill tasks and just go away. Like I could make me a dirt person. Like I'd probably like keep a bag of dirt next to me and like summon dirt people. Like, hey, go get something from the fridge for me.
What if somebody falls in love with one of your dirt people?
They have problems.
They do have problems. Yeah, because if I don't need the dirt person anymore, I'm just gonna unform it. So
Not to mention, I think we've already implied that dirt people won't have personalities.
Dirt person?
why would they have personalities?
Dude, if you got people walking around looking like people with no personalities,
that's weird. I could download therapy skills onto them so they would have personalities.
Oh, it's a free
I just
therapy
imagine
clinic.
like the most monotone therapists ever, just made out of dirt. Mm-hmm. And how does that make you feel?
It's the most by the book therapist ever.
Can you make? Oh well, I guess you could just download languages into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is. The more I think about this power, the more I think it might even be better than mind control because like I could just make an army of whatever the fuck I want.
But you gotta. Are you making these programs?
Why would I have to make? I just like download the programs to them.
What
but
programs?
I'm saying, like, what programs are you making the downloadable programs?
They're just YouTube videos.
This takes a smart guy in the back to be like.
There was a slow, systematic approach to getting the first dirt person to learn programming, and then eventually it just kind of went down its own way.
Yes. It's exactly like AI. It's teaching itself. Oh my god, this is wonderful. Yes, this is. I'm taking my 10 back.
We're sending it to Tracy, and
Wait,
after that,
since when are we allowed to take numbers back?
Oh no, we've been taking numbers back there. Because sometimes like people don't give numbers and other people give numbers to the things that didn't get numbers. So then it fucks it up. And at the end, some people have numbers and some people don't have numbers. And then you want to switch your number because people are still talking and it goes crazy sometimes.
I'm taking my 10 back for the dirt people.
What are you swapping it with?
Give it my 7.
I'll give it to 8. You could just build a best friend.
You could like, what's the most wholesome thing I could do with the dirt henchman? I could make myself a best friend.
He's a real good hugger.
Oh my God.
You could though. He could like everything that you like. Like literally, you wouldn't have nothing. I think this is going back
to having like the dirt therapist.
He would just be my homie. You know what I'm saying? Me and my dirt dude, we going out. He ain't gonna disagree with anything I say. I want to make a bad decision. He's gonna be on it. I made him like that.
Points for dirt henchman.
6.
You wouldn't make a friend if you could make something that looks like a person and can just do whatever you want it to do.
Again, there would just
I would just make beings for profit. I would not make a friend.
Yeah,
you would be the matchmaker.
Like,
what?
The matchmaker. Like somebody comes to you like, I like doing this, and this. And then you be like, okay, I'm going to find you somebody. You just dirt person, make them, charge them. Now they're married to a dirt person forever.
Gross.
Why not?
So dirt sex robots, essentially? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what he's saying.
They're companions.
Dirt mail order brides and husbands?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, but nobody knows they're dirt people because that's just your superpower.
Not a bad idea, honestly.
They just think that they're like...
He's going to spite somebody. Somebody's going to come in here with the wrong attitude. He's like, guess what? Your fucking guy's got a little penis now. How about that?
He's going to be perfect in every way but one. Here he comes. Yeah, that's a good business to run off of it. Not
dirt people points.
I'm going to go 9.
9?
9 for the dirt people. It's a good idea because you can just program to do whatever you want.
I still don't know about making a friend. There would just be that lack of...
You can even make them a little bit argumentative.
Feeling.
Like put a couple...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lack of feeling.
It's like
They're
if you
dirt
talk to the
people.
same like NPC in a video game for too long, eventually you lose the immersion and you realize that they only have like 5 things
to be
to
like
say.
a person. He's gonna keep learning.
So it
He'll be a
becomes
person eventually.
He'll be a person eventually.
Well, that's what he said, because it can teach itself. So if it's
you're
teaching
making
itself,
a dirt version of Pinocchio?
No. I wouldn't want them to achieve sapience.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Right.
I mean, if it keeps teaching itself, it's going to.
Right. I would just eliminate it once it got close to sapience.
So you have a best friend that you always kill. Your life's crazy.
But that's not really a best friend. That's a yes man. That's not a best friend.
No, because he's learning on his own.
I need a couple yes men. That's what I need.
But that's not what he's asking for.
Nah, I want a friend that like argues with me sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need those kind of friends in your life. If
I
you
have
don't,
real friends for that.
Exactly. That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
need my dirt people henchmen to be my friends that
Sometimes
that are
your
my
real
close
friends-
confidant.
Sometimes your real friends don't want to play the game, man.
Okay, let me
Right. So
gotta-
you can have the ones that like sit around and like you're like, hey, play this game with me, but they're still gonna be dumb.
Yeah, that's not really a friend. That's just you're basically playing against a computer.
You are playing against a computer. He's right.
I mean,
right.
that's like if I drew a picture and the
My
picture
computer's
could talk,
my friend, Antoine.
and I decided I want this picture to have full individual personality, and then the picture said, "Hey, you fucked up my leg. You suck at drawing." I mean, just giving like full personality is something you make. It doesn't seem like it'd be a good idea. I mean, you were super against this in the AI episode.
Yeah, you were.
But this
What
is
about it being a dirt person makes it different?
because it's not made of metal, and if I could think I could beat the dirt person up.
No,
I don't have control of the dirt people.
I don't think
so-
I could. I don't think I could. Yeah, and I have control. But
Technically,
I don't think I could
but
beat up
again,
a
that-
robot that's fucking strong as fuck.
Okay, what if
Robots
he was a
gonna
dirt
choke me
person
out.
made of, obsidian?
But
Yeah.
I made him. I could make him disappear.
Okay, the hypothetically can do the same thing to AI then.
No, you can't. Hypothetically, you're sitting here with an AI robot that knows everything about your life.
True.
He gets angry at you and
he's
chokes you out.
He is right. He in this hypothetical, he does have fucking magic to just be like, oh, you're talking back, and then it just disintegrates.
Yeah, I just made him like.
But then
shit.
they're not really your best friend.
I mean, it is. You could.
It was up until it turned on you. And
You ever
then,
seen like movies? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people's best friends get. You ever seen The Walking Dead?
Now, I have, but
Yeah,
my
that
I mean,
makes
you're
sense.
fucking your wife. You know what I'm saying? You might get killed. You know what I'm saying? Like best friend or not, you crossed the line, bud.
by my definition, a best friend is even if you disagree with each other, even after a certain amount of time, you still somehow get along.
after I murder you and
really
my
good
not-
friends.
after I murder you because you fucked my wife.
No, I mean they were really good
I might
friends.
feel
and-
bad afterwards. Like, damn, man, I really miss my boy.
But he had to go.
He had to go. Right.
He was
I
fucking
don't know.
up.
I'm just saying, I don't know if making a best friend would be the best move.
Ba-da-da. You got any more superpowers?
I do. Necromancy.
Bring the people back to dead.
Oh,
Bring the people back to death.
I mean, bring people back to dead. Hey,
I mean,
hey.
yes, though you're not wrong because I mean, why else would you have necromancy
You're bringing
okay.
back
So
the
when you
life
bring
from
them
the dead.
back, do you like?
to make more dead to bring them
Do
back?
they look dead?
No, it's completely like perfect.
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 You bring them back. You're
So
like,
are we
bam.
just talking about like a Lazarus effect here? Where
Lazarus wasn't really perfect. It was more like a demonic possession.
what do you mean?
She's
Jesus
talking
is the
about
one
you
that
come
brought
back-
back Lazarus from the dead. That's literally how the Bible went.
Oh, see, I'm thinking of a movie. So we're on two whole different.
I understand what movie. No, I'm talking about like in the actual biblical version of
I
Lazarus.
don't read the Bible. You're nice. I don't care for it. But no, like you
No,
just.
it's fine.
No, I don't care. But
You
no,
gotta
like,
understand. I went to Catholic school. It's the only reason I know this. Doesn't mean I'm all for it. I'm just saying the word Lazarus comes from the part where Jesus brought Lazarus back from dead. He was dead. Jesus came over and said, "No, he's just sleepy," and then the guy just gets back up.
He probably was just sleeping.
yeah, probably.
According to the Bible, it was for 7 days, but yes.
Oh, 7 days he wasn't asleep.
Oh, he was in a coma. That's what it was. He was still sleeping.
Well, you got to remember, this is like, well, let's see, he died in 30. He's like, this is 33 AD. There's no like IV or anything, so there's no giving him water while he's in a coma.
Oh, he's fine. He's good. He came back.
It's all fine.
Jesus said he's cool.
Yeah,
So he's cool.
Yeah, he was the IV the whole time.
So like,
Ye old IV.
would you go around and like, would you go to funerals like y'all want him back?
$5 and I want that bouquet
Hey,
right
nobody
there.
knows me here, but who loves him the most? 20,000. I'll bring him back. then somebody comes up with the 20,000. You just
Well, here's the thing, like.
here he is.
Honestly, for all the things that we listed off, we don't actually have to ask for money. It can just be bartering for what we actually want.
Yeah.
20,000.
Just skip the middleman of,
Hey, that's a nice Subaru Outback right there. Let me get that bitch.
Let me get that Tesla.
Yeah.
Let me get the Subaru Outback.
I mean,
I need a lot of room for my groceries.
No, the person that you like, if I were to bring back people, it would have to be like, it could be any time and point in time. So
Would
like
you
if they
control them like a necromancer does, or would that be like
it's free will.
just regular
free
people?
Will. Yeah, free will.
Oh, that power sucks. No, I'm not gonna
I mean, I was really looking forward to like the whole
The Dead Man
Dirt
Army?
Man versus the zombies. I mean, that would have been interesting.
I mean, they would still obviously have some kind of like supernatural things with them, like with anything that's not natural, obviously. But like,
So
I
they'd
can't
be
control
weird?
them. I won't control them, huh?
So they'd be weird as fuck. Like
If they wanted to be, sure.
No, but I'm saying like when they came back, like they wouldn't be like they were. Like to people that knew them, they would be weird.
No, they would be as they were. They would just maintain the same personality traits that they had.
I don't know if I'd be able to still kick it with them though. Like, hold on, cuz you was dead. You was dead for like a week. She came in, brought your ass back. That ain't cool. Because I feel like you wouldn't be able to look the same.
If they're coming back in perfect form, yeah, they would. They'd still have like their flesh and stuff attached, their whole memory, things like that.
So I think she should talk
Would it
about
have to be like so you could bring back anybody?
Yeah.
like,
So like they could be dead for any amount of time?
Yes.
and they would come back perfectly okay.
Yeah.
Any amount of time.
What about the initial panic attack of
So do you have to
being
have
dead?
the body still, or like?
Just some remnants of it.
So like if you had their ashes, you could raise their ashes.
Obviously not, because they're burned to a crisp.
They would-
But like if you had like their bone structure, yeah.
Okay, so like
So they still need to be mostly complete.
Yeah.
I was thinking like if you brought the ash people back, they would just be ash people with the same
Then you would
person.
still have the whole dirt people thing.
Wait, are we implying we can make dirt people from cremations?
Because that makes shit crazy now.
That'd make it complicated.
she's just making dirt people out of graveyard dirt. Like, I resurrected this dirt.
What would you do with that power?
What would I do with it?
Yeah.
Just-
like, would you go around just raising the dead everywhere?
Yeah. Create complete chaos.
But like if they were just normal people, why would it create chaos?
Listen,
There's
you're
so
walking
many
down the
extra-
street and you see fucking Grandma Joanne walking down the street. You're gonna be like,
She's gonna straight show up at my parents' house like, "Sup, this is my house. Need it back."
I need it back. I'm in perfect health.
I'm actually healthier than you guys. You guys should go see that necromancer that raised me from the dead.
So, like,
Your parents just have a heart attack. They're like, "Wow!"
But it's fine. They'll be back.
yeah.
Just call up your local necromancer. Everything will be all right.
would that then become like a form of like healing yourself? Like, you got an ailment, so you just kill yourself, so she'll come and just bring you back in perfect health?
I mean, yeah.
See, it's the loophole to healing guy that we had earlier.
See?
Yeah. You guys are the perfect team.
Well, I'm the perfect team. I don't know about him because he's talking about healing people, then dying, and then
No, hold
the
on.
sickness getting.
That'd be a
going
pretty
out.
funny like business. They're like next to each other. You have the ultimate doctor, and then you have the guy that's, hey, the
Stop.
ultimate doctor's
No.
not exactly always
No.
best. I'm the first
Sometimes
try.
dead heals battle.
I'm when he mets up.
It would be crazy. I can get my last number.
Doesn't it by default get the last number?
I mean, it does not.
I
you
could
can
hold off.
You can keep going.
And then you could have it. You
Oh,
could have
true.
a superpower.
So that's an 8 for you, right?
Yeah. Because it brings them back in perfect condition. You can make a lot of money. Okay, I'll bring back
Well, like I said, you don't have to
whoever you
get
want
money
perfectly.
anymore. You just barter for what you want. Just skip the whole process of
But
money.
that takes like the
Last
shopping
number
part
7.
away, and that's fun.
What do you mean? You could still just say, hey, I want this, and they just give you the thing instead.
Zach, are you giving this any numbers?
Yeah, I'll give it my last one.
I can't walk in Macy's and be like, hey, I want this. And then they just give it to me. I have to do something for them. Like,
No,
You got an
the
uncle?
person
Let
or
me
the
walk out
family
with this.
that
I'll
you're
bring him
working
back.
with, just tell them, hey, I want these things, and they go get it.
Yeah.
or I'll just raise a dead person that was super rich. Like, hey, I just brought you back to life and now you owe me.
They're gonna be like, "Why'd you bring me back to life? It says in my will I don't want to be brought back.
Well,
That's actually
Do
a
not
thing.
resuscitate."
That is literally a thing.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Does that legally apply even
but
after
that's when
you're
they're-
fully dead?
It
Because
would
that's
have
meant
to because it's still resuscitating them in a way.
that. I mean,
but you're
there's
bringing them back in better health. Like, bitch, I brought you back good. Like, you good.
Maybe
But
there would
there's-
be like a second clause.
Like, do I bring them back in a, like, what type of health? Like, what age do I bring them back? Like, prime time? Or do I bring them back, like, when they come back, how are they? The age that they died?
Yeah,
Just
they
in
did, they
perfect
died.
health?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they're going to continue to age?
Yeah.
And then die again?
Listen, they could go back and be like, "Look, I was buried alive. I need money from the government."
you were buried 50 years ago. I know, it was rough.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually buried. I was kidnapped. Can you just give me my money back? I need my life insurance policy back, please.
I'm not going to give this one any points because I have one that I've been saving because I thought we had more numbers left than we did. So I'm just going to throw that out now.
Let's go into the honorable mentions.
I'm giving it a 9.
It's not. You got some point. Zach has 1 point left.
No, I just gave it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to give it my 9.
Okay.
I want to give it the chance. It's editing the molecular structure of anything around you. Like,
So Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
yeah, essentially. You can change like anything. You can make that wall gas so you could walk right through it. You could build anything. You could change your own fucking DNA because you can change the molecular structure of it. So like you could reverse age yourself the whole 9 yards.
Reverse age, turn walls into gas.
Make things explode out of nowhere.
Can I change what they are?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, you change
Everything.
anything to anything.
Yes.
That's kind of a cheating superpower.
That's why I was like, I have to save my 9 for it.
Turn anything into anything.
Pretty much within
Turn a person into a cow.
not, I mean, I don't know how that would work necessarily.
I
because
mean, technically, yes, but
I mean,
technically, that's
you'd
going to be
probably-
really ugly to watch.
you'd probably have to experiment a lot.
Turn a person into a calf.
Do a
That-
what?
That's just
A
a baby
baby cow.
That's still a cow.
Nah, but I was talking about like a full grown cow, but you're right. Like personally weighs like 100 pounds.
Not exactly what I meant. I'm not talking about the conservation of mass and energy. I'm just talking about going from literally one species having your entire DNA
Destroyed and then
hard
reconstructed.
and reattached and turned into a cow would be a messy process.
Yeah. It would be gross.
I mean,
Yeah,
but,
would
but
be.
you control all the stuff, so you could just like, I don't know.
But if you're, he's saying you've got to practice with it though. It's not like you can change anything and have this kind of like power, but he's saying you got to
learn
work on it.
Yeah, you got to learn it.
So that means that the first fool that you try turning into a cow is not going to have a good day.
There's always casualties. I mean, you got to get good at it. It takes
Well, which
practice.
is what we've been implying. But I'm just saying.
Well, when did we start to run out of cows and I can turn people into cows?
Wait,
People are
why
gonna be like,
are we running out of cows? Technically, we would be getting more cows.
Why wouldn't you just work on like turning air into cows then, or something? You know, that's just like
Because that's a good punishment.
You can literally solve world hunger that way.
yeah,
What, turning people into cows.
I mean, technically, you don't need to make a full cow. You just
No,
make the
just-
meat.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
cannibalism almost. If I'm just like, here, people with no food, I'll turn Fred into food.
No, he said you can turn it into anything. We didn't say the whole right. Nobody said turning anybody into anything. I'm saying he's literally said you could turn anything into anything. So you
Oh,
could
you're
just
talking
like
about the anything into anything.
yeah.
Not anybody into
Why would you want to
anything.
eat little George?
Little Frank was being bad. Man.
Wait,
you be
what?
bad, you get turned into
Why did you eat Georgie? Well, Frank's a dick in the first place. How dare he? Said I can't turn somebody into a cow.
yeah. I proved him wrong, didn't I?
And now he had a good dinner.
He tastes good. Okay, crazy. You talk shit to me. Yeah, how does it feel to be missing a chromosome?
What the fuck?
Ever talk shit to me again? Oh.
Oh my god.
That's a real dick move right there. You know, have Down syndrome.
Yeah, right. Quick as fuck, too. That's the first thing I practiced. Well, I guess that doesn't get any more points. Even though definitely deserves more points.
It can't get any more points.
All right. Well, we're about to do some math real quick, and then
Time for a rousing round of math.
rousing round of math. We'll be right back. We're all done with the math now. So do you have
after-
any honorable mentions or anything like that? You have to what?
No, after I was gonna say after a rousing round of math.
Oh, after a rousing round of math.
Had to bring it back. Spider-Man power is definitely in my honorable mentions, just because it just always looks fun to be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man would be a dope one to be.
You
I
can
feel
climb
like
up
that's
shit,
also
fly,
like
super strong.
Spider-Man personality that kind of goes with why people like Spider-Man.
I mean, but just like,
Because if I said I want the power just to stick to a wall,
but that's not his only
That's
power
cool.
though. He's
You're
super
right, it's
strong. He can fly around, like he basically flies, but it's a more thrilling fly. But if he falls, he's not going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like zip lining around or swinging on a vine around the city.
Yeah.
You ever swing on a vine?
Technically, yeah. I mean, a rope swing would, I guess, count.
Yeah, I guess it would do.
I've only got one honorable mention this time.
One.
It's the ability to create and give superpowers, or the ability to take and destroy superpowers. And in my head, I imagine them as like a superhero, supervillain duo. Like the one who creates and gives superpowers, he would actually be the supervillain, and the one who takes and destroys would be the superhero.
So I'm going to let you know there's already an entire show about that. It's called My Hero Academia.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
There's literally a supervillain.
He doesn't destroy them. He just takes them.
And then he also gives them away.
Right. But that's different. I'm saying like there's one guy who can take and destroy, and there's one guy who can create and give. He can't even use his own superpowers. He can just create and give them to people. It's different.
All right. I mean, it's also Apocalypse from X-Men.
Any other honorable mentions over here?
I got none.
I also have being able to regenerate yourself. Like, no, you'll never be an amputee type shit.
Okay.
Like I'm a salamander.
Okay.
Starfish. Starfish man.
Chop my arm off and it comes back.
Deadpool.
Wouldn't that go with your immortal thing?
No, because if I was immortal and you chop my arm off.
He would still have no arm.
Right.
Oh, you'd feel it too.
Yeah.
Now I feel like immortality should got less points. It's a big flaw.
All
I
right.
lived for 4,000 years. I don't have any limbs. I am the potato.
It's just a flesh wound.
Lieutenant Diane.
Well, I just have prosthetics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, eventually he would just be a cyborg.
My conscience would go.
True,
on
but
forever.
depending on the time period when you lost that limb, like
That's
if
a
you-
long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the shits.
I mean,
Legless.
you'll have to.
He lost his fucking arm back in the 1800s. And he's got gangrene and he dies. It's so much for immortality.
So at number 10, we have Talk to Animals with 10 points. At number 9, Healing with 11 points. Number 8, Radiation Man with 13 points. Number 7, Telekinesis with 18 points. Shape-shifting at number 6 with 24 points.
Top 5.
Top 5. Necromancy, 25 points. I named this one Dionysus to make it easy to name.
Remember?
But the power to intoxicate everybody around you, that's number 4 with 26 points.
Should name him Drug Man.
The Drug Lord.
I was just saying, Drug Lord was the other one.
The plug.
The plug. And then at number 3 is Immortality with 26 points. Number 2, Dirt Henchman with 33 points.
Number 1.
Mind Control, 34 points.
Yay!
Number 1.
Your first time on the podcast and you won. How does it feel?
Great. It feels amazing. I want to go play the lottery because I
You
never
did it.
win anything.
It was the selection of Mind Control. Mind Control instantly.
Like it was coming around. Like I was gonna say mind control that one because I was like, it's getting too deep. Somebody's gonna say it.
I literally was going to say it that round as well. So
She took it. She took it right out of the. Took it right.
It was
from the
it was a
music.
mind reading.
yeah.
It was.
All right. Well, any closing thoughts, anybody?
If anybody becomes a superhero, you should be like not a villain. You should be a superhero.
And
Like,
you
if
should
get
come on the
superpowers,
podcast. Talk to us about your superpowers. That'd be really
pretty
dope.
cool, yeah.
Especially if you're Jesus Man, that'd be pretty interesting.
You should come on our podcast to break the news about
you're a
having
superhero.
superpowers.
We need
Right.
the plug on here.
Yeah. He's like, yes, I'm just going to heroin you all real quick.
I'm going to heroin you all.
Yeah.
Rohypnol.
On that note, I think we'll end the podcast.
Peace.
Later.